Doctor Who Planet of the Dead, the 2009 Easter special and the second of the 2008 to 2010 specials, is written by Russell T Davies and Gareth Roberts, and it's starring David Tennant and Michelle Ryan. So yeah, this is the first episode filmed in high definition. This is also Gareth Roberts' departure of his usual writing of the show, which is pseudo-hysterical stories. So he chose to consist of wild science fiction elements from his literacy career and teenage imagination. Despite this called the Easter special, it's not exactly Easter themed. It only gets a mention instead of robot bunnies carrying baskets full of deadly egg bombs, which is alright. Russell T Davies took the adaptation from Gareth Roberts' first novel, The Highest Science, and Russell T Davies liked the image of a train on a desert planet and rewrote the train as a bus. So the episode begins with London at night in the International Gallery, where the security guard's guarding a golden goblet on a stand, which apparently that's a cup of Athelstan given to the first King of Britain as a coronation gift from Hal, King of Welsh, stored in the International Gallery in London, worth £80 million. So a thief using a harness and a wire goes down and steals the cup, and I find it funny when she replaced it with Maneki Neko as a calling card. So a thief ran and takes the mask off, revealing it's Lady Christina de Souza. I think Michelle Ryan is great. It's a shame that she's only in one episode. At least she did a big finish. They should bring her back on screen. Apparently Michelle Ryan is a huge fan of the show and she's really excited to work with David Tennant and the team, which is nice. She says it's a real honour, and there are rumours that she would be the full-time companion with the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, but for some reason it didn't happen, which is a shame. But I do like Amy Pond. So after Christina sees a guy who we're guessing that's her accomplice getting arrested, she said "sorry lover" and ran off. She sees the police surrounding the area with great soundtrack, so she got on the double-decker bus number 200. Blimey, that's a typical bus driver who seems to be miserable. Apparently giving the driver the diamonds and he lets you on. Not sure if that works in real life, but I guess you can try if you want to. Good luck with that if you're going to. And do let me know how that went. So the Doctor uses his psychic paper as a bus pass and sat with Christina with a brilliant introduction. So while police notice Christina in the bus and following it, surrounding both sides of the tunnels, the Doctor, after he enjoyed his chocolate egg, he's detected something and the bus went through some kind of a portal to another planet. The planet is nothing but sand with 3 suns, called San Helios. I love the music in the scene where the Doctor steps out the bus and took a look at this planet, and everyone followed. I thought it fits in nicely. So everyone thinks the Doctor is the one who transported the bus to the planet, but obviously he didn't, he was detecting a wormhole. Sadly the bus driver didn't listen to the Doctor and walked straight to the portal and appeared in Earth as a burnt skeleton as he died. So the police had no choice but to contact UNIT. Wormholes disintegrate any organic matter. The only way to get through it alive is in the shade of metal, which is kind of like a video game. So Christina orders everyone in the bus for a meeting and everyone introduce themselves. Barclay's planned to go to his crush's house, and yeah, that's Daniel Kaluuya, who plays Posh Kenneth in Skins, Chris Washington in Get Out, Wee-Carby in Black Panther, and Agent Colin Tucker in Johnny English Reborn. He's a fantastic actor. Angela Whittaker, who's on her way home for her husband and daughter, Nathan, who lost his job and decided to stay at home and watch TV. And of course we have the couple, Lou and Carmen, who's planned to head home to cook chops and gravy. Man, this makes me really hungry every time I talk and think about it. Carmen, who has a psychic ability, she can predict anything that's going on. I know you guys might be thinking that those guys are just there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It would be less realistic if they weren't there. So Carmen reveals that someone built the wormhole for a reason, and she said death is coming, which made Angela cry and everyone argue. So the Doctor asks everyone where they're going and lets them know that he's going to get them home. Meanwhile, UNIT arrives, and yes, Norma Dumas-Sweni as Captain Magambo is back, who previously appeared in Turn Left, which is great. So the UNIT guards the wormhole at the bridge, so everyone tries to get the bus wheels out of the sand and prepares it to move out of this planet. So the Doctor contacts Unit, and we also have Lee Evans as Dr. Malcolm Taylor. He's fantastic. Russell T Davies created him to serve as a foil of pragmatic character Captain Magambo. Plus it's funny when the Doctor accidentally called Peter Geronimo. Malcolm is obviously a fan of the Doctor and has read all the files, and the Doctor mentions Giant Robot, referring to K1 Robot, but he asks him for help to analyse the wormhole. He names a unit of measurement after himself. If he didn't name 100 Malcolm equals 1 Bernard after his dad, who did he name it after? His granddad? So the Doctor and Christina went off. I like the chemistry, plus Russell T Davies describes this episode as a great big adventure. A little bit Indiana Jones, a little bit Flight of the Phoenix, a little bit Pitch Black, and the Doctor and Christina's chemistry is inspired by Charade and Top Copy films. By the way, this is a 200th Doctor Who episode, and the bus they're on is, well, 200, as they did it to make a reference, which is clever. We also have Try to Hours, the inspiration of 1950s and 70s B-movies, including The Fly. I thought they looked pretty cool. Russell T Davies wanted the aliens to look like Earth animals to make them more recognisable, like the Jadoon. So Try to Hour got the Doctor and Christina inside his crashed spaceship, and there's only 2 Try to Hours, Solvin and Pragat. The scene where it gave me the shivers was when the Doctor mentions what happened to San Helios planet. There was a cool looking city and 100 billion population, but it all died and became nothing but sand. The voices that Carmen heard, she's hearing them die. After Nathan phones the Doctor that the bus has run out of fuel, they looked at the scanner and there is a lot of flying alien stingrays. This is intense. You can actually feel like it's unlikely that they're going to get out of this one, that's for sure. It was the stingrays who's eaten the whole planet and the population of this planet. They built a wormhole miles away from them in order to generate a rupture in space. The speed of them, and the numbers and the size, all that rips the wormhole into existence by flying around and faster with billions of them. So while they're getting closer, the wormhole gets bigger and their bones are made of metal. Extreme omnivores, capable of eating meat, plants, rock or metal. Any metal they ate would be extruded into exoskeleton, making them bulletproof, which I think it is a cool design for an alien. Even the Doctor says perfect design. I'm not even sure if that was David Tennant's reaction to the alien and the writers decide to keep that in, or that was just written in the script. So while the Doctor and Christina split up as they needed a crystal through the shafts to get the bus working, surprisingly Try to Hours agreed with it. They're like, just take it. We're just chilling. Christina uses a wire harness again to fly herself down there to get the crystal, while the Doctor has a chat with her and finding out that Christina is a thief for stealing the cup of Athelstan. When Christina found a crystal and it's holding brackets, she sees a stingray sleeping thinking it's injured, but it's in hibernation as it's cold. So Christina got the whole plate with the crystal and the Doctor sonicked her up. She's pretty badass when she pressed the button and electrocuted a stingray. So after that they offered both Try to Hours a home, but sadly Stingray came in and ate both of them, killing the Try to Hours off his plans at the beginning. Just think what would happen if the Doctor and Christina came back on the bus with Try to Hours, with the passengers on the bus and to the Earth. So after the Doctor and Christina ran, they reached to their bus. The Doctor puts the clamps on all bus wheels and puts the big one on its steering wheel. The only thing is missing is something gold, so Christina refuses to give the Doctor the cup, but when she looks at the passengers and gave the Doctor the cup, this is hilarious. When the Doctor promised Christina that he'll be careful, and after when he takes it off her, he batters the cup with a hammer. And of course Christina hated him for that. He could try using the crystal that he threw away, but never mind. While Malcolm is refusing to close the wormhole until the Doctor is out of there, and Captain Magambo pointing her gun at him, the Doctor manages to fly the bus out of the wormhole with a lot of stingrays chasing them. As they're back in Earth, this is a cool scene when units are shooting at a couple of stingrays and the bus flying around in London. I think it's pretty gangster when the Doctor smacked a stingray with a bus, And I loved it when he uses a line from Satnav saying you have reached your final destination. As the bus landed, everyone went off and got scanned. The Doctor meets Malcolm, who loves him, and he has a small talk with Magambo, who recommends her to get Nathan and Barclay working for UNIT, which is nice. I wish they'd bring Malcolm and Magambo back. Please do that, along with Nathan and Barclay. The Doctor has got his TARDIS back as it was found in Buckingham Palace, no idea what it's doing there, but Queen doesn't mind. So Christina had enough with being scanned and asked the Doctor to take her with him. But unfortunately he refused because he lost all of his companions. It is a shame. When I first watched it, I thought she was going to be the next companion, and I was really sad that she was just a one-off. So while the police arrested Christina, Carmen tells the Doctor about the prophecy, about his song is ending, which is what Ood Sigma told him at the end of Planet of the Ood. It is returning, which is Gallifrey, and he will knock 4 times, which is Wilfred Mott. That gave me the goosebumps, especially with that scary music played with the Doctor thinking about it. After that, he sonics the handcuffs off Christina, so she escapes from the police and gets into the bus and flew off, which is a fantastic scene and everyone cheering. I was thinking, blimey, does everyone want to be a criminal here? Like I say, they should bring Christina back. So the Doctor went back inside the TARDIS, and that's the end of the episode. So yeah, I really enjoyed Planet of the Dead. What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts on the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.